I'm Angelica Perkis. I'm making a video today, and it's concerning an older area, and it's concerning an establishment that was placed here by our governance. And with all the documentation I'm receiving, I'm beginning to think that it is an intentional destruction of a community. And as I look around, I see it happening all over our county, also all over our country. I see it happening systematically now that I see how it's working. I want to educate you on what's being done. I think there's a better way. I think our society has issues. I think we're paying a whole bunch of money for these bad results. We are paying a lot in police, in helicopters, in cars, in ground support, in radio. We're paying a lot to lawyers, to be public prosecutors and public defenders. We're paying for courtrooms and judges to deal with this mess. And that's just the legal part of it. Then there's the hospitalization part. Each hospital in this area has a marketing report, and if you go to the marketing department of each hospital, like I did, you'll find that they pay out 5 to 11 million a month per hospital on indigent and homeless patients. We can do so much better. This is the United States of America. We don't leave people living in the bushes. So, we have to make a better plan. I have a plan. My plan works in front of the problem before it happens, on top of it as it's happening, and behind it to clean it up and make sure it doesn't come back. We'll look at that another time. Right now, you need to know the process that's happening that's perpetuating this problem. Here's the rest of the video. Check out my website afterwards. Lots of great information there that you're going to need to know. Angelica Perkis for USCongress.com. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the voting booth on November 6th. Thank you. This is the soup kitchen that I'm talking about at 10012 Moon Lake Road. It has boarded up windows, a ramshackle appearance. At times, there's trash and garbage piled around it. People say there are vagrants who live behind it. There are drug deals all around it. If you look on the crime map for the area, crime is more than double the rate right around this soup kitchen than it is throughout the rest of the neighborhood. No one is saying that these people don't need help. We're not saying we don't want to feed the homeless. What we're saying is this is not a good solution. Feeding people and that being the end of the plan is not a good solution. It doesn't work for them. It doesn't work for the neighborhood. There are hundreds of children who live here. They fill up 4 schools. There are veterans, widows, and disabled people who live in this neighborhood who do not deserve this. There's a laundry there for the homeless to wash their clothes, but you can see it has boxes nearly to the ceiling. I don't think they actually wash the clothes there. The people behind it have been begging to stop giving them clothes because they throw the old ones in the woods. They likely use it for toilet paper. Hepatitis is a big problem here. It's even a problem for the law enforcement officers who have to deal with it. They disperse the people. That puts them into the neighborhood.
The drugs are a big deal, man. This is the drug issue is going on everywhere. I mean, so listen, we're up in Hudson doing the same thing. We have 3 Crosses, we call it, is a place kind of like the soup kitchen here. There's one up there. The actual soup kitchen has called us and signed a trespass agreement with the sheriff's office because they don't want the people that they're feeding on their property. That's how bad it is. So there is definitely a problem, and it's drugs. It's because of drugs. It's not that no one wants to help homeless. In circles, we talk about the homeless. You know, Pasco County has thousands of homeless people, families. Kids are going to our schools. They're living out of their cars. They're living in woods and in like tent cities and stuff like that? Is it people that are homeless, that are working or not working, they're down on their luck, whatever the case may be? And the Homeless Coalition, along with the Sheriff's Office and many other entities, help the homeless. What you guys see a lot of time are not those people. Those aren't the people that you're seeing stoned, drunk, passed out on the side of the road, out here on Moon Lake Road, in front of the soup kitchen behind it, right? Same thing that we're having in Hudson, the same problem. These are people that don't want to help themselves. We're constantly arresting them for possession of spice, methamphetamine, and other drugs. So they're drug users who just don't have a home, and they're just creating havoc all over the place. So the same issue is happening here, and so your soup kitchen, very much like in Hudson, has had the same problem. Did they get the fence up yet? There was an issue with the fence. So they were going to put a fence up, and I hadn't noticed. They were actually going to put a fence up the soup kitchen to keep the people that they're feeding out of there, because they're just trashing that place. So we've gotten involved in that. So yes, we've gotten involved in that. There's drug issues going on there, some other trespassing issues.
So as you can see, it's a problem. Someone told me the United Way is involved. I included their mission statement. This is the tax document filed by Volunteer Way. It shows that they made nearly $9 million last year. Yet this is what they bring to this neighborhood. This conglomeration of messed up so-called services. It seems that the more services they put there, the worse the management of the situation gets. The United Way doesn't seem to be helping. There's a chapel there. It doesn't seem to be helping. No one is managing the problems it's bringing to the neighborhood. And when you complain to the county, well, look at that. There's our commissioner, Mr. Mike Wells, on the board of directors. The county owns the building. How are we to fix this? How is the neighborhood ever supposed to become stable with this being put upon them? These documents were put together by a doctor who was fighting against a similar mess coming together near her neighborhood. You see, the plan is all good. It all sounds nice on paper, but the management is poor. And the county keeps on putting the same people in charge over and over and over with the same plan that fails. It fails neighborhoods, it fails children, it fails families, and it fails the addicted that it's supposed to be helping. I'm going to publish these documents on my website so that you can see and connect into the links. The other thing that's been done to these neighborhoods is the older areas are the only areas where they allow pedophiles to live. That concentrates them into a very small area. See those little white areas? Yeah, that's where. So it's sad, and we can do better. But it has to be planned well, and it has to be executed well. You cannot confine drugs, vagrants, pedophiles, and homeless all to pockets of small areas scattered throughout the county. It will spill over, it will affect everyone.
A meth lab used to be a huge meth lab. You can't hide that thing, man. It's taking up a whole garage. Watershed isn't immune to anything. Beacon Woods isn't immune to anything. Trinity's not immune to anything. Listen, there's grow houses all over this county, and they're in nice houses. You would think, oh, a piece of junk house. No, you can't grow marijuana in a piece of junk house. People will smell it.